Ladies and gentlemen, just like I told you, man, when I return, we're going to be speaking about hip-hop, man. And basically, the DJ himself, Savage, took us into that hip-hop kind of vibe. And
that was fire.
That
was dope. That was dope.
Yeah, man.
Martin.
That was a nice one. That was a nice one.
In the building, man, this guy, they need no introduction, but for the sake of, clarity, his name is Navio. You know, some people be like...
They think it's AI.
Just think it's AI.
Yeah, man, his name is Navio for clarity. You know, some people be like, AI. But Navio is in the building, basically, and on the other flip side, actually, so happy to see you, man. First time seeing you here.
Is it? Yeah, it is my first time here. Yeah. What up, though? My name is the Myth, Mr. So Eugene. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But guys, good to see you. And
thank you.
Thank you so much for representing up Uganda, and thank you for being authentic to the culture.
Come on.
Got to. Got to. Rubagani Ntinda. We didn't have a choice.
So basically, you're a Rubaga guy and he's a Ntinda guy.
Yeah.
So how was the link up?
High school.
Hey,
yes.
High school.
Early. Early.
Yeah. That means schools unite us more.
Than where people are. I think so, because in schools you meet. So we met Langman. I met Langman, who was with him in another school.
Yeah, man.
And he was telling them, you need to meet this guy who raps in the new school I'm in. And he was telling me, you need to meet these two guys who rap from my former school.
Yeah, man.
So then he was the one who connected us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Miss man, this man, I've been having Navio for a good time, so basically love to know. So how is the music?
It's good, man. We just dropped the new album, God Level. But then also, concerts are lining up. Last year we had the orchestra. I dropped the Ugandan part 2, Vibes Out the East. We're just really trying to, I think, pile music, collection of music so that people can enjoy it. Instead of just doing one song. Like maybe you listen to an album and understand who a person is, who the musician is,
the skill
level, what type of production they like. Maybe in some of them, like in our music, we like to write for ourselves, so you find out more about our family and our personal lives in the music, So I think, the music industry is good. There's great competition out there. There's great production. There's new talent every day. So we're just excited. New technology, yes.
Yeah, man. AI. So
the AI.
I can just go there and I'd be like, drop me the Myth is kind of flow.
Yes. Yeah. It's actually scary.
Yeah.
But I think what the industries are trying to do is protect the artists, because you can say drop me this and it becomes so popular, and it's on your page.
Yes.
And you're making money.
Yes.
But then it sounds like me, and I go and I don't know this song, and people are requesting for it, So they're trying to find a way of controlling it so that artists are protected, their rights are protected. I mean, you can do the music in your voice, but with Navio's flow. Maybe that would be better, instead of taking someone's whole voice, And I think also it's also more political, because you don't want to have an audio from a president saying funny things, and yet the president hasn't even said those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's important to protect public figures when it comes to AI.
Yeah. Okay.
All
right. That is the situation. So now basically, I would love to ask you something actually. Recently, because today we'll be celebrating African music, and on Monday we had the BET Awards,
Yes.
And the other time, and something that happened this time.
We were supposed to go.
Yeah. Okay, my question is, the BET removed the African category. Is it okay for African artists to be in the same category, based on how you see things, with the other global superstars at once?
I think weirdly enough, right now, some of the biggest artists in America are Afrobeat acts, the African acts. So they're seeing it as like a positive win, because they're seeing people who they nominate every other week, and those guys are streaming like 10 million views, and then they're looking at Wizkid, who's doing 1 billion views for every song. So they're like, why do we need to even
Box
have
them.
yes, these guys have a good a chance, if not a better chance, of winning. So I think there's that going on, but I think they need to understand that there are levels to this. You're talking about worldwide brands. Just because we had African awards here, it doesn't mean that we so much invited Yuso Nduo or Angelique Kidjo to come compete with us, because it would have been, So I think they still needed to be an African category, in my view.
You believe that we still need to have our very own
category? Yeah, definitely. I think it's important also just to highlight that's part of black entertainment.
Definitely.
We're now there. By the time we have boys selling out Madison Square Garden and Tottenham Hotspurs and whatever, African music is there. So I think that's part of black entertainment. And as BET, Black Entertainment Television, I believe an African category should be there.
Yeah, okay, fine. So
if there was a Ugandan who was being nominated there a lot, I would probably complain less. But I think until that happens, we need.
Because I can't imagine, like now, there's Lil Baby in the category, at the same time there's Navio, the Mith in the same category.
Yeah.
And I believe the other guys have more numbers.
They have more numbers.
Yeah.
They have the machine
I
behind
think they're
them.
trying to complicate the thing.
If it's by judges, I'd love to be in that category. If it's by judges, just put good level in.
And let them decide.
With anyone else, anyone in the world. I think anyway, that's the feedback we're getting right now from people who listen to the album. They're like, this album can compete anywhere. So it would be nice to compete with them for like a judge thing. But if it's about fans, getting on and tweeting their vote, then it's going to be complicated.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the main reason as to why these two artists are here in the building, actually, they have something fresh. That is God Level.
God Level.
Album, yeah?
What's the level?
God Level.
What's the level?
God Level.
Yeah, man. So basically, what I heard about the title itself of the album, actually, tell me about the title, God Level. Were you trying to mean like you at the level whereby maybe muri kumpineka tunda? Hey, heights.
God Level, in the dictionary, it means doing what your skill, doing your job, what you do at the highest of your ability. So for instance, we have DJ Savage over here. When DJ Savage decides to take on a whole night of DJing, and it's new music and it's different mixes, and it's the transitions are amazing, and you do it all night and it's recorded, that you can say is God level performance. Where he goes to every nightclub or every bar and he's killing it, and people are like, so you go away and you're like, that was a God level performance, that was a God level night. So it's just performing at the best of your ability. It has nothing to do to be disrespectful to religion or anything like that. We're just trying to say that this album, Navio and myself, we rapped at the best of our ability. The producers we used, they produced music. The production that they brought was to the best of their ability. It was sweet, it was nice. Everyone who we used on the project, the features, the artists who came on, Benon, Vampino, AY, they all came on and delivered at the best of their ability. So that's all it is.
All right.
Yeah.
So Navio, basically, whose idea was it? Was it the Myth idea, or maybe it was your idea?
The idea, as a concept, it's been around. We knew we were going to get to it eventually, but the timing was definitely me. I was like, let's get it, let's go in, let's knock out an album. I think it was just so overdue, and the fans had been asking for it since Raise 'Em, since that what album was that? Raise 'Em High. You even played the song.
That's the Ugandan.
So the Ugandan part one, they'd been asking for it, a collab album. So we said, let's go out and give the fans what they want. So as soon as we finished releasing on Friday the Navio X project, got that album, by Monday we were back in studio. So that might have been my fault. We were supposed to do a little holiday. Everyone was supposed to go to Zanzibar, but I was like, let's get back to work ethic. You know what I mean? So and I think the music speaks for itself. You know, the album as it is, it's been #1 a couple of times when we can fight Drake off the top spot. But that Iceman, yo, bro.
Yeah, man.
So Ugandans out there, please make sure you go
Keep
and stream the album.
stream it.
You know what I mean? Let's go.
God level, God LVL.
Okay, 13 songs of the album. Basically, today when I woke up, I was trying to go through some of these songs actually, and I had like my 4 specific songs that I was like, maybe you guys will tell me how you guys came out.
Yes.
Okay.
You have a couple of features. There is one with a Figo band.
Yes.
Let me start with that.
And Mr.
Sikulimba.
Moses
Starting at the top.
Yeah.
You're starting with that, the most requested currently.
Sikulimba.
Yes, Sebo.
And I expected it maybe it's going to be like in the other original kind of vibe. But then later on, there's a way how you fused it. But
Hip-hopified it. If that's a word.
so maybe the DJ, can we sample the song first so that people
absolutely.
can get to know what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely.
So ladies and gentlemen, now this is one of the songs. To me, actually, it's one of my favorite songs of the album so far. And let's sample it for you guys so that you can also get to know. When we say Afrigo band teaming up with Navio, the Myth, maybe you can try to, let's check it out. So, Capello, are we good to go? Okay, sound it, my DJ.
He took it back.
Sikulimba.
Hey,
Oh,
na yo
wala,
money
yeah.
kucho, yeah.
Yeah, man. So basically, tell me about this song. Actually, yeah, man. So how did of all Africa songs, why this?
This is like a classic. It's just such a classic. In fact, when we contacted Josh SB, because he's the one who produced it, when I contacted him, he was like, "Hey, are you sure? Are you sure that's one?" But it has such a great intro that bam, 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 bam. I think it gets everyone, excited. So we got it in 2021. That's when he created the beat. We held on to it, and this year we started recording it. So when we finished the first version, we called Mr. Moses Matovu from Afrigo. We called him to studio because we didn't want to just release the song, and say we sampled and do splits. If it's God level, let's see what can happen.
Yeah, man.
So we played it for Mr. Moses Matovu. He loved it, and he said, we need to do one more thing. So we said, what? We were just excited. We were like, what? He says, I need to go home with it. I learn something, and then I come back and play. Add more instruments to it. So when you hear it properly, you hear Mr. Moses. In fact, the Sikulimba, it's him. He came and recorded him. We recorded him singing Sikulimba. He added those elements. He added more saxophone, more trumpets, everything. He did that in our studio. I think he loved the idea of us bringing their classic song of 40 plus years to a new generation. And when they hear it, they're going to be like, which song is this? And they go back to hear the original. So it works both ways. So, that's how it came about.
It's a good one. I say it's a good one. Actually.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. So Navio, I would love to ask you on this song. Actually, I was like, okay, since you're going to be here, I'll ask you on this, the Big Three song.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So I was hearing the Big Three song. Actually, I had the introduction.
Should have called it Big Five. The landscape has changed after this album.
Yeah, man. So Myth, the Myth, he was trying to narrate how like the guys, the chameleon, the who.
Yeah.
And then you came and say the Big Me.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's an aspirational song. So I think we've seen so many people try and tag behind artists in this industry, and they end up losing their footing, losing sight of what they do, why they came into the music business. And we've seen it happen so many times. It's like, listen, you cannot be watching the big three like that. You know, they're their own artists. They have their own story to tell. You know, what are you adding to the landscape of Uganda music? What are you adding as an individual? So it's very much aspirational. And also those guys, they blazed the trail that cannot be duplicated. So you better be thinking outside of the box.
Yes.
What they did was a time pre-Facebook, you know, and we were there too. But what we did was like a pre-Facebook vibe, you know, and we've done that all the way up until your TikToks and whatnot. So, yeah, I think it was just a song about capturing your own style, your own vibe, and adding something else. You know what I mean? In the song, I'm like, yeah, it's like I've done songs with the big three. They don't know your lyrics. They don't know what you do. You know, show them what you do. Yeah, so it was like, yeah, forget the big three. Do you?
Be the big you.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. Navio, I don't know, but maybe you can quote me wrong, but I've seen you do, talking about the big three, you have worked with Bobby Wine, and you have made big hits, you get, you know, the number one and other songs. Badman from Kamocha, you have worked with Chameleon. Yeah. The song is titled? Dream?
Come over, dream and come over.
Yeah, man, yeah. So, but...
And Bebe.
He has worked with Baby.
Absolutely.
I haven't heard the
That was the
project.
first one.
Superstars, clear cut.
You are in P2. Yeah.
So I wanted to know your relationship with Bebe.
So, yeah.
No,
we did-
we've worked with Bebe.
Yeah, we worked with the. We did Clear Cut. We did Superstar. Before
I
that,
dress like a
sorry.
superstar.
And then after that, we did a song called Badman Status.
Yeah.
On
We've
his
done two.
album, I think.
Yes,
It's on
yeah.
his project. So
Two with
yeah,
Bebe.
we've done two, and then in terms of touring, etc., we saw each other around Africa and Europe a bunch. So yeah, we're cool with Bebe. We had a little bit of an issue, me and him, just as brothers. You know, he had said something about people in the industry, in the hip hop industry. He said like one or two of those guys were buffoons, and I disagreed. So I stood up for hip hop,
Yeah, man.
and now I have to agree with him actually. Well, only one or two though. Only a couple.
Yeah,
couple.
man.
I think most of the guys in hip hop are doing things the right way, and that's who I was standing up for. But he's allowed his opinion about that, you know, and I should have just let that be. But of course, I was that young hip hopper who wasn't
Trying to
being
figure it out.
Yeah, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had to stand up, and I was like, yeah, I know you're my big brother, you know what I mean? But listen, you can't talk about hip hop like that. I would never talk about reggae like that or raga like that. And yeah, I think he understood. We met a couple times after that. Everything's been cool. So yeah, that's family at the end of the day, and him and Zuena, our family. So I have there's no bad feeling. I just had to protect my young boys in hip hop, you know, for that. But then I found actually the ones you was talking about. So, Bebe, you are right. I apologize officially on
with
TV.
With the fans, because I'm a big fan of Navio, to be honestly. At the same time, I'm a big fan of Ugandan music. I would love to see a Bebe Navio kind of project.
Yo, that'd be crazy. God Level 2 coming soon.
So, the Myth.
Yes, sir.
So, now let me talk about the other two songs.
Yes.
Let me be specific with these ones. There's one you did with Vampino.
We did two with Vampino.
With two with Vampino.
There's one with AY and Vampino, and
Yes.
then one with just Vampino.
Yeah. The other one is the song title.
Because he has too much energy.
Yeah, been there.
Been there.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
That's with AY and Vampino.
I can see you like that one.
Yeah. Been there.
Yes,
So,
yes.
what were you trying to portray in that song?
Yeah, I think people get it wrong. I think in Uganda it's like you talk about people's legacy, how long they've been in the industry for, but for some reason with hip hop guys they don't. They don't speak about like a lyrical G who has 11 albums as of this year.
Yeah.
You know, just those simple things like the journey a lot of guys are doing. So for us, we've been there. We've been, like you said, the Facebook times. You know, we've done two songs with Bebe Cool. We've worked with Chameleon. We've worked with Bobby. We've worked with just everyone you can think about. You know, in any capacity, we've worked with them. You know, so we were just trying to remind people. And also, this album is weird. It's actually a weird album because the first song we recorded is song number 1. The second song we recorded is Been There, song number 2 on the album. So it was like when we were recording Been There, it was like, also with what AY from Tanzania did and how he delivered that chorus and what Vampino was saying on the hook, for us we felt like we had to remind people that hey, we're not kids. We might be in the same genre, but we're not the same age group. You know, like it's not. It's not like that. We don't want people to start saying, "And the new artist, Navio and the Myth." No,
Weirdly enough, I was just thinking right now. I think we've worked with the big three in Uganda. Then regionally, East Africa, we've worked with the big three.
When it comes to hip hop,
if you're saying like Awahu, Ali Kiba, Sauti Soul, whoever, and then worldwide, you know, we got R. Kelly.
We have R. Kelly.
He's just king R&B, Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
You know, we just missed out on a Jay-Z or 50 Cent, but we're working on it.
We're
So we've done, you know, in the country, we've done the big three, whatever.
Yeah.
Now let's you know, big three worldwide. You always have to have goals. Okay. So yeah, man. You know, when we say been there, done that, every stage from here to the coast of Nigeria, we've been on all the way down to, you know, South Africa, North Africa. You know, we've been there, we've done that, and we hope that the next generation can kick open or go through the same doors that we kicked open and kick open some doors of their own. Okay. And they're doing well so far.
Now, this project is a big one, you understand, because I feel like it can really, you know, try to elevate, you know, other stars. But when I was going through some of the collaborators that you collaborated with, basically they're all your real OGs, Vampino, Beno, Moses Matovo. I don't know why you didn't consider about the new kids. Maybe you don't find them authentic with the game?
No, so we had a lot of new kids on the block. First of all, Lucas Black.
Yes, you played the song "Problem."
Yeah,
that chorus. I'm a problem.
Yeah,
that is Lucas.
That's
Black.
Lucas Black. He's a new guy on the block. We have Akine. Who does amazing work. Yeah, she's dope. He smiled. He smiled. Somebody
just
has a crush.
a new video on Monday. Yeah, exactly.
So Akine is on it. We have Maritza, the poet. Yeah. She's on it. We have Isabel UG, who's on it. New artist. We have Sen Samba. So you know that's already 6.
Even in production. In production, that's Big Three is produced by Timsons from Gulu. He's a very young new rapper. Problem is produced by a young artist who graduated from the Navio school, the Nav Cop Academy at Motive. He's called Casey. So they're there. Some of them are like maybe writing choruses and all that type of stuff.
Like Dag would be a middle.
Dag,
he's kind of new as an artist, I guess.
That's very
so
true.
Dag Mizo as well,
Dag
and he did
Mizo,
Coast to Coast, which is the single we dropped yesterday. So Coast to Coast featuring Big Trill. So he produced and he sang on that. So that's already 8 new acts. I don't know. We can't fit any more.
They're actually more than the OGs.
But that is a good thing actually to uplift other new futures, you know. Yeah. So basically, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the tour thing. Why is that? Why is it that in Uganda, doing tours is not like our thing? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure now you're kind of exposed in the Myth actually. So basically, because when I was listening, this album was like, this album is not.
It has to be.
It's not a Ugandan album.
It has to be taken. No, it is a Ugandan album.
We
also need to stop saying that. We also need to say it's a Ugandan album.
People say it's too good. It's too good to be Uganda. No, it is good
because it's Uganda.
Because it is Uganda. Okay, it's good because it's Uganda.
So, but because I've seen it so many times, artists release albums, then there's Nechikoma one. So, what's your take about, you know, artists trying to push beyond borders, you know, like especially this kind of album, because it can be relate?
I think first of all, it's very important for artists to do that. But then also, I think it depends on what the artist wants to do with their career, if they're ready. You know, I think it's important to do a tour in Uganda first. Even in Kampala, media houses, different performance stages, do those. Then get out of Kampala. What's in the east? What's in the west? What's up north? What's in Adjumani? You know, like try and figure out what's happening there. Then when you think you're ready, go further, right? And then, so now, for instance, for us, we're going to Nairobi next week. To push the album, absolutely. Okay. But then it's like, it's important to have the right partners there. You don't want to just go there. Nairobi is crazy. It's
dangerous.
It's dangerous. So you want to go there knowing the right people, knowing where the support is coming from, you know. And for us, we're fortunate enough because we've worked with the artists. The artists have introduced us to the right people, you know. So I think it's those little things that matter. But I mean, in your own time, if you can, if the finances allow, if the strategy aligns, you know, absolutely give it a shot. Go out of Kampala. When you're done with Kampala, go out of Uganda and see what happens there.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to East Africa
we'd love to see
next week.
a Europe tour of of God level.
Yeah.
Mad.
I got you.
understand.
We got you.
That would be mad.
Yeah, man, that's the better way we can really push our music to the rest of the world. You understand? But I know it's expensive as well.
Yeah, it gets crazy.
Yeah, man. So, how long did it take you to put out this kind of piece? Because you said you got the other one in 2021.
Yeah, I mean, the beat was there, but I think from when we full recording, I want to say like 14 days.
Hey,
Because
14 days?
Because I mean, we got like 2 songs to go home with every night, and then we come and record them the next day. 2 songs, come and record them the next day, and then we had basically 80% of the project done. Okay. And then we even decided to release some projects in between because we were like, if we release this one, imagine this came out 2 years ago. It would have been so dangerous. I mean, it really, we had to kind of wait.
Yeah.
So we released a couple of projects in between, and then we found the right time. Okay. Yeah, everything in its right time, I think.
Okay, fine. So basically, I would love to ask you, Navio, have you ever been in a situation whereby you forget some of your lyrics?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, especially you learn it, especially in the music business. Your mind can only be stretched so far. You'll know something, and you have songs that you have in the back of your mind for 15, 20 years, and then you'll catch a 30-hour flight to Australia. You won't manage to sleep on the flight somehow. You'll get to the hotel, you go straight to the stage after 2 hours, your whole body's hurting, you haven't slept. Amazing things start to happen when you haven't slept for 48 hours after, so it happens to the best of us. And I mean the very best of us, You
agree with me?
No. It's factual. When you're tired, when you haven't slept, it's either you're going to elevate or you're just going to shut down.
Do you still recall all the lyrics of the days of the
you play that, put your hands up in here. I was like, what? Like I was trying to remember it, but the words come back. Because you wrote them, so it's there. The words come back. I've had moments on stage when it goes off and I'm like, DJ, low. DJ Savage,
And actually, especially with songs like that, at this point of our careers also, you've used the same format so many times. Sometimes you try and get out of your flow. And that's very difficult to memorize. It's very hard to memorize. So even with simple songs like I Got It, for example, with Sen Samba, I go outside my usual flow.
And that's no problem.
And it's like, but sometimes, anyway, you gotta challenge yourself. And I think the fans understand when it happens, because also with us, we're performing 30, 35, 40 songs when we do a 3-hour show, 4-hour show. So they understand that 1999, one lyric
might go away.
It's a legend.
Okay. So my second last question is, there's a fun, actually, when I was coming, whenever I'm going to host an artist, I always try to ask people, tomorrow I'm having Navio. Which question would you love to ask Navio, maybe? Someone was like, okay, you should ask Navio this question. Do you have intentions to retire?
You should ask them, do I look like I need to retire? I have been feeling a little fatigued of late, but I think it's because I just dropped. I think it's because I just dropped a new album. Am I to retire? I think I try to. I try to, but man, it's. It's like a lion at the zoo. You don't go poke the leopard. So when I get poked, when I'm trying to I'm just trying to play with my cubs. Like today, took my daughter to get some ear piercings, in the morning. I'm just trying to play with my cubs. But every so often, someone's like, "Ha, you don't do anything for the game," and you're like, "Yes, I do." Or you don't have the lyrical miracle. You don't have the lyrics to help Uganda. You're like, hey, nah, you know, you've dedicated so much of yourself. Sometimes you want to prove it, and what happens is every new generation you end up having to prove it. So people don't know we do God level stuff.
It's such a what have you done for me?
Yeah, exactly. Some kids will be like, oh yeah, wano kamocha. He did kamocha, and maybe Ngalo. That's where it stops. They haven't seen the battles. They haven't seen the late nights. They haven't seen the ciphers. They haven't seen us going back and forth with the Kulichana and AKA and Ice Prince, and you know, they haven't seen it. So I'm not mad at you. But I'll show you. I can show you better than I can tell you.
But in simple terms, they're not ready to retire.
I said all that to say this. No. I literally, if you know, I have a core. If I have a core fan base of say like let's say 100,000 people, that core fan base, and I know a lot of them actually. Let's say my top 1,000 guys. If any of them, of my top guys, had told me, bro, it's time to hang it up, I'd seriously consider it. But yeah, man, I started this game. Now we have whatever 20 million fans or whatever. I started this game with 10 fans. And I went to the next show with those same 10 fans and I made them 20. So why would I abandon them now?
Indeed. The Myth, are you ready to retire?
The boy has one.
Nakatandika. No, like, but also, like for me, when I think I'm done telling what I want to say, you know, I have no reason to be in the game.
Oh, you have no reason.
If I get to the point where I have nothing else to say, I'll be like, guys, thank you so much.
It's been good.
You know, yeah, it's been good. You know, but we're not asking a free go, but you're asking us.
Imagine. And those are our idols.
Those are the guys we look up.
Those are our role models. That's on 25 years. Okay. Them they're on 52. So who am I?
Yeah,
definitely. Okay, before we premiere Coast to Coast, actually.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We didn't know your T-shirt sizes, so we got you guys some God level merch,
yes,
caps.
I think Ready would much better because
not politics, but just the happiness.
Yeah, and because for the sake of because you know we are Africans.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
In that the red, yellow, green on your shirt.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. The blood that connects us.
We do appreciate as well.
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having
Absolutely.
us.
Yeah.
We had to make sure. We had to make sure.
We're on the level.
Yeah.
Welcome to the level.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I understand. So now, the other thing was like, now, Navio, if the myth is the answer, what could be the question?
That's crazy.
Legend question mark? The myth.
The legend with the question mark is the myth.
Or call the question mark.
Myth.
Call question mark. The myth.
That's crazy.
The myth.
Yes, sir.
If Navio is the answer,
Yeah.
if the answer to the question is Navio,
Yeah.
what could be the question?
Consistent.
Navio.
You know, I think that would be one of those. I think if someone is asking, like, yo, who would you want to have represent Uganda at a thing that showcases a lot of Ugandan cultural things? You know, I would say Navio because it's like you have something like Njogereza, but then you also have something like Amnesia, which is also like a Ugandan sound. Then you have Angalo, then, you know, like touching all bases. Then you have God level, touching all bases. So I think it's like a nice answer for that type of question.
All right.
Yeah.
Who will represent us? Uganda. I would like to let you know that I do not take this lightly, and I will be here for you.
What's your favorite verse from the myth?
This album, I gotta say, Been There was crazy.
The
Gates, crazy. I liked, that was, well, yeah. Militia. The intro for me, though, set it off. Okay, those are already five. But the intro, if I had to choose one, I'd say the intro, just because he painted I love the fact that he summarized the ass kicking we are coming to do in the first 40 seconds of the album. It was like a disclaimer. Like, this is what we're here to do. And he painted the picture and the words he chose. He kept it so corporate, at the same time so street. So I'd have to say, man, the intro overall, but all of them have, like, yeah, there's a bunch.
Jimmy,
Yes, sir.
what's your favorite verse from Navio? Of the album?
Of the album. He lost his mind on the gates. He lost his mind on the gates. I can't, like, I wish I could quote it, but even yesterday I was trying to quote it and I asked him for help.
Those are the weird flows.
Yeah, like, it's
I
like...
might put a building up. You talking corners, they talk awards, you talk awards, I talk awards across the borders. You act gangster, law and order, my paparazzi, war reporters. 10K people at my last show, and that was just my core supporters.
Yeah, he
You
lost his mind. He lost his mind on that one.
We can't wait to see the orchestra version of this
Oh my
particular
goodness.
album.
That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Don't come for your money for that idea. Don't come for your money. Just maybe a ticket.
Maybe a ticket.
For us,
Maybe.
we had it. For us, we had that idea.
Yeah, the orchestra version. Okay, let's premiere something fresh. This is titled Coast to Coast.
Coast to Coast
Yes.
featuring Big Trill and
What
Dag
were-
Mizzo.
What were you trying to say in this song?
Oh man, we're just letting you know that the music has gone from region to region to region to region, and it's still going, and we're here to keep it going that way. And the video is shot by Sasha Vibes, so you already know.
Pleasure having you,
Thank you
Navio.
so much for having us.
It means pleasure having you.
So thank you,
We
brother.
do appreciate the gifts as
Thank
well, you know.
you.
However much people will have to know whether they can get this merchandise anywhere.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, just get on the God level. We have a God level Instagram.
GOD LVL _UG.
Yes, GOD LVL. And yeah, just hit us in the DM. And then all the numbers you see around for management, they will point you in the right direction.
All right. So officially, let's premiere this song Coast to Coast of the album, but make sure you go stream the album. The album is
Yes.
everywhere.
God level.
You can go on a Spotify. That's where I normally stream my songs from. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah, basically, and also you can check it out on Apple Music, YouTube. Mention about a few. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just type in the word girl, then Miss
LVL.
One word.
Level.
All right, let's get back later on as we try to update you with whatever is happening to the entertainment space. Keep it locked in. Let's go get it.
Coast to coast, big trip. Let's get it.